success. Now, of course, you can't really see it. If you want to come up and take a photo of it with your phones, you're very welcome to. It's also in my book, which is called The Business of Being an Athlete. But this was our plan for the Sydney Olympic Games, and we called it Gold Medal Excellence. We figured going into Sydney, if our goal going into Sydney was a gold medal, we thought, you know what if we're not quite good enough and we come out with a silver or a bronze? It's still pretty great, but how are we going to guarantee doing everything we need to do to get the gold? So we thought, what's higher? It's like the 100 compared to the 97 in the HSC. What's higher than a gold medal? Is there anything? Is there anything more than a gold medal? Not really. Natalie kind of said, well, let's go for a platinum medal because platinum's more expensive than gold. But I said, hang on, there's no such thing. Can we go for something that's tangible, that we can kind of grasp? And we thought about it for a while and we thought, you know what? We're going to go for Gold Medal Excellence. That means from this day on, from 1998, 2 years before the Sydney Games, from this day on, we're going to live our lives with a type of Gold Medal Excellence. We are going to train like gold medalists. We're going to eat like gold medalists. We're going to live our lives like gold medalists from 1998 on. It's quite an interesting concept, isn't it? To try and already be a gold medalist before your opportunity to become one. I would say, and I put it out to you, that that's how you get to where you want to go. That's how you get to the top of the tree. If you think about tennis as another sport, for instance, Nadal and Federer, they haven't done too well at the moment at Wimbledon. But think back to when they first won their Grand Slam, the first ever Grand Slam. Did they become the best in the world on the day they won their Grand Slam, or did they have to be the best in the world to win the Grand Slam? They had to be exactly the best in the world. So we had to be Olympic gold medalists to win the Olympic gold medal, yeah? And you saw in that in the video that I showed earlier, the Brazilians had beaten us only once, we had beaten the Brazilians, turn that around, only once in 17 matches leading up to the Games. So there was a big difference between us and the team that we had to beat to win the gold medal in Sydney. So we needed to do something different. And often if you want something in your life, you have to step out of the box and be a little creative, be a little different, do things that the people who already have what you want, do what they're doing. Be like them. If you want to kick your time tomorrow, start doing tomorrow on the road what you need to do to win that. Don't hope that you're going to get there and then get that time on the finish line. You've got to start doing it. You've got to start thinking about it. You've got to start living it right now. You've got to go home tonight and envisage yourself seeing the clock at the finish line. And what does it say on that clock? You've got to envisage that time tonight before you go to sleep and before you start the race tomorrow and all the way through the race. So just telling you a little bit about our Gold Medal Excellence Plan, it had the Olympic rings. So again, it was something that was really colourful. It wasn't three-dimensional like my ball, but it was colourful and it meant something. It meant what we were going for, the Olympics. The blue circle was all the reasons why we wanted to win a gold medal. Girls in the front, come on, pay attention.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about why you want to go overseas? Give me one reason why you want to represent Australia and go overseas. One reason.
It'd be like a life-changing experience.
A life experience, fantastic. That's another one. There's three of you, one each.
It'd be fun.
It'd be fun, absolutely. One more.
It just it'll push you to be harder. And
It'll push you and it gives you a challenge. Fantastic. Three perfect reasons why they want to represent Australia in their chosen sport. When you have a goal, when you want a reason, whatever your goal is for tomorrow, the time you want to finish, have a think about why you want to do that, because that'll give you the motivation to push yourself tomorrow. That'll give you the motivation to push yourself every single day towards what you want. We had things like to have a better quality of life, to become improved individuals because of our shared experience, to make friends around the world, to enjoy the journey, to become better at our craft, to inspire and lift others with similar journeys. And that's what Natalie and I both get to do now. I get to inspire people. But imagine that, I wrote that over 15 years ago. I wanted to be doing this after winning a gold medal. And I have been for the last 13 or 14 years. The yellow circle. was the rules. So girls, you'll have rules in your team, won't you? Your coach, your managers, they'll set rules. In life, we need rules. If we want to get somewhere, we have to set some rules. We had things like respect others and their opinions. Do whatever it takes. Be responsible for empowering communication. If you want a happy marriage, if you want to find a partner, you've got to be responsible for empowering that other person and making them feel good. If you're pulling them down or making your partner feel bad, how on earth are you going to have happiness in that relationship? And the relationship that we had on court as beach volleyball players was sometimes like a relationship you'd have in life because we travelled the world together. So we had to keep empowering each other. We had things like be committed to constant daily improvement. Girls, I ask you a question while you're taking a photo. Make sure you tag me if it's on Facebook, okay?
Okay, we will.
Girls, I ask you a question. Do you think you could be 1% better at something that you do tomorrow?
Definitely.
Yeah? What would happen if you kept on doing that every single day? In about 3 months,
We would improve so much.
be a champion? How much better would you be? Times it by 100. What is that? 1 times 100? 100% better. But you know what the key is? Doing it every single day. You have to be committed to that constant daily improvement. So every time we stepped out onto the sand, we had to be committed to being better. Every time you go out for a training run, every time you go to the gym, just imagine being 1 little % better that day than you were the day before. Do that 100 times and you're going to quickly improve where you're going to. The green circle. This was all about volleyball. We had to do all these things to beat everybody in the world, and there was one thing I like to point out in there: touch everything. That was for me because the secret is I actually don't like sand very much. It's quite weird. I played 10 years on the beach, but I don't like sand. And that touch everything was because if there was a ball like 5 metres away, and I had to keep that off the ground, you know that if I'm sweating, if we're in Rio de Janeiro, for instance, it's 38 degrees, 95% humidity. The minute you step out on the court, before you even start running and warming up, you are sweating. It's just like a wet layer on your body. And when you have to dive for a ball, that sand stinks. And you get up and you're like a crumbed schnitzel. It's a great sunscreen, sand, when you're really sweaty, but I didn't like it. So my coach said, if you want to win an Olympic gold medal, you have to be able to touch everything, and you have to get sandy. The red circle was our standard of champions, and they're the characteristics, they're the things that you have to be to get that gold medal. So girls, if you want to be the best in the world at what you do, gymnastics, is it, or cheerleading, okay, then you have to be doing the things that the girls that are already the best in the world are. You have to be like them in terms of their characteristics, those sorts of people. So just have a look around you and see who's doing what you want and try and be more like that person. So we looked around and we thought, you know what, if we want to be the best in the world at our sport and successful, we need to be strong in our emotion and our spirit. We need to be passionate, committed, positive, supportive, flexible, outcome-driven, respectful of ourselves and our opponents. And we also need to be having fun. And I'm glad the girls down here said that was one of their reasons for wanting to go overseas and represent Australia, because having fun is such a key ingredient. And tomorrow when you're racing, I hope you have a lot of fun. And if you start to feel bad, just change your attitude. Just put a smile on your face and feel the physiological difference from running with a smile to running with, oh my God, it's another 20 kilometres. How am I going to get there? Okay, it's an attitude change. So having fun was really important to us because we thought, you know what, if we get the silver, we're going to paint it gold anyway because we wanted it gold. If we get the silver, it doesn't matter because we've had an amazing journey and we've learned so much. So that, I believe, is our secret to success. Does anyone have any questions at this point? No questions? Well, as I said, I should actually, what's your name? Jared, do you want to swap? Get
Wow,
on the, who wants to put this on and stand on the chair and have us all cheer? Actually, get one of the girls to do it. What's your name? Cheyenne, okay.
Yeah,
Can you stand on that chair?
you are the gold winner.
Stand on the chair and we'll all cheer for you and make you know what it feels like.
Yeah!
Yes! Gold medalist in cheerleading, Cheyenne! Look at the crowd, everybody clap and cheer.
Yeah!
No, no doubt she's going to have fun when she gets there. Fantastic. Shane, you can share that one around. I'm going to be here for a little while longer with Physiocrim. Actually, like I said, we've got some giveaways, so who's got some aches and pains? Who would like to come up? Please come up and join me, and I will say hello. We can take some photos and I'll give you some Physiocrim. Thank you very much, everybody.